What's up, legends? I'm just waiting for you guys to all jump in. I'm pretty sure that we're live, but it's always a little bit tricky. So as soon as you guys can hear me, let me know. We are celebrating together Bitcoin just hitting 50 grand, and we're going to talk about what the price action is currently doing. So guys, as soon as you can hear me, can you post in the comments to let me know, because I don't really go live too much on this channel, and sometimes I get a bit of OCD that I'm just sitting here talking to myself. But if you do like that I go live in moments like this, be sure to smash that like button nice and early, because it lets me know that you want me around when price is doing something a little bit crazy. All right, cool. Thank you. Now ye 10. Yep. Okay. I'm imagining that this means you guys can hear me. Alex says sounds good. Malia says hi. More live, Annie. Yes, 100%. Hello, sounds good. Okay, awesome. So sound is good. Everything's good. All right, let's have a look at what's going on, because I've got both Ethereum and Bitcoin up on the screen here. And we'll just talk about what is actually happening. I'm going to show you some of the heat maps that I look at and all that kind of stuff. Some other live trading stuff that I look at when I'm scalping like a friggin' maniac that I am in these times. I'm going to show you that stuff, and we'll simply just watch price action together. There may not be a trade. You know, if you're not already in, then it's kind of too late. But let's talk about what's happening, whether or not it's a kind of take profit zone, all that sort of stuff. It is currently 10 o'clock here in Dubai. If you guys are on social media, you may have seen that we are having some crazy weather in Dubai. So I'm hoping that it doesn't affect the internet, and that we're kind of, we're all good. So if I cut in and out, it's just some crazy Dubai weather, and I'll come back to you. But 50K Bitcoin, like, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? I really did not expect it so soon in this cycle, even though we're 13 months in the bull market essentially. But I did not expect it so soon. So this is a really good sign. And I wanted to show you something that could, because I know a lot of people are looking at liquidity right now saying, well, we're running out to the upside, or we're just going to smack down really hard. Like, maybe, but there's some other things we should look at. So let's just have a look at Bitcoin price action first. I actually did a short. I hope you guys caught it on YouTube. I did it on Twitter and on TikTok today, explaining the false move week beginning this week, because it was a bit of a tricky one. Now, on my Sunday update, I did say that I expected a spike to the high as the false move week beginning, but I wanted it to come and take this liquidity here that was at 49,029. So we got the spike to the high, but it didn't hit that liquidity. And I actually did this update. Let me see if I can find it in our Discord. Try and find it for you really quickly for those that aren't in the Discord. Here we go. The false move week beginning spike to the highs as I suspected, but it didn't take out that upper liquidation level, and this makes me sus. And what I meant by that was, we only came here, we came close, but we didn't take it out. So when I had done that update, we had this second kind of hammer here, and we were waiting for UK. And so I just had a feeling that we were going to hold the initial low of the day, because price had held all throughout UK, the 200 EMA as well. So all through UK, I was thinking, we're holding the 200 EMA, we're holding the initial low of the day. I do think we're going to go up, and we're going to come for this, because we didn't take it in the morning, and that just didn't make sense to me. And so then I realized what was happening here. So what happened in the UK session, I then followed that up with this update here, saying that the CME gap is now basically closed. And so I think that the UK price action was simply that happening. So the UK consolidated and didn't really do anything too exciting today. And I was hoping that US presents the next trading opportunity. Well, boy, did it do that. So we held the initial low of the day. We held 200 EMA. It was all kind of good from there. And then obviously the next thing was, would we break 50% Asia, which we did, and then we just took off. So once we took that out, we have to look for the next upper level. Annie, we are getting spoiled today with live Annie US. I know. And I've been good on social media today. I've posted and everything. But I love these moments, you know, like where life is not so busy that I can just live trade with you guys. Like nothing makes me happier than to be able to just live trade. And sometimes I wish that life would be a little bit calmer and I didn't have so many things to do all the time, so that we could just trade all the time, because it's just so, I don't know, I fucking love trading, man. What can I tell you? Like it's literally my passion. But anyway, so we took this one, it's gone. And we had marked 2 other levels, which was at 49,539. Now all of this happened in Discord, guys. So if you're not part of TTC, if you are not part of our private community, you wouldn't have gotten all of these updates today. But you know, there's a big team in our Discord. You know, in addition to all the courses that you get access to, we post charts. My team posts charts 3 times a day, and then I do it in addition to that whenever I see things that I think are relevant. So all of this stuff, if you were in Discord, you had access to all of this all day today. And then the final level, which just got taken on this stop hunt, was at 50,256. And so we have spiked into it once now. So that means I actually want to see how this, because it's not a stopping volume candle on the 15-minute time frame, but I reckon it will be on the 1 hour. Let's see. It is. So that's a stopping volume candle on the 1 hour time frame right there that spiked into the highest level of liquidity. So now we need to see the follow through. We don't automatically short from here. We need to see the follow through. And when the next candle opens up almost immediately, like it's only 2 minutes in now, or 8 minutes in now, but if this candle like just continues and starts to recover this week, it's probably not going to be the left side of an M formation. So we need to, we don't jump ahead. We wait for actual confirmation, but we want to watch what's happening live in the moment. Now that we know that there is a 1 hour stopping volume candle, we go down to lower time frames to see what price is doing as a result of that. And then in addition to that, we now want to see what is happening in the heat maps. And look at this. So if this can't, like it's only opened, so this is, we've still got 50 minutes to go. 3 hours. What is this got? This has got 2 hours to go. This is a 4 hour candle. And so we've got this big move up, this 4 hour candle. If it stays a doji for the next 2 hours, it could end up printing a reversal candle. I'm not staying up for 2 hours, guys. I'll tell you that much. But if we have a look at what's going on, there's not a lot of orders either side of price. There was not too long ago, but down here we got the buys are down at $43,000 still. So someone's hoping for a massive reversal. 50K, we expect there to be shorts there because it's a round number. We talked about that. And the other thing too is that the higher the price of Bitcoin is, the lower the number that we look for on these heat maps. So when Bitcoin is at $50,000, what would be considered a high level in these heat map blocks, if I stretch it out, would be something around the 500 mark. And so we can see that the highest we've got is 376 currently, which is sitting at 50,500. We really don't have much that causes a super sharp reversal above price. That just means we've got to dig a little bit deeper. So let's go and have a look at our new liquidity. I'm going to refresh this. Show me the Iceland video too. It's coming out on Wednesday. You guys will have that video. It's Mercury, the magic of Mercury. Yeah, for sure. More money. Sheldon Hughes is so underrated. Thank you. Everyone loves them some live Annie American style. All right, let's have a look at this refreshed now. The highest, sometimes this is hard to scroll over, so 51,917. This is just going to keep happening though. Like if price just keeps going up and up, we're going to continue to build short liquidity because people are just shorting into pumps. And like when you guys do that in Discord, I yell at you, just so you know. Let me find it here because I'm going to prove it that I do. There was a couple of people in the chat here saying that they had opened shorts, And I literally wrote here, a short on what, guys? Where is anyone's confirmation to short? Share charts and explain your reasons, because I don't see it. I'm blunt with you. If I think you're making a silly decision, I will straight up tell you. So if you want some like lovey-dovey hand holding, that's not over here. I'll be honest. Like if you are running into oncoming traffic to short, that was during this move right here, by the way. So you're literally running into incoming traffic with like just no sign of a reversal. This is looking a little bit better, but we need more time. So, okay, so I'm done with that. What I want to look at is what's going on live. So I'm looking at Agritrade. I'm looking for live orders. I want to see some whale orders come in here. Currently, what I'm looking at, they're all 200K to 500K. That's not a whale order. I want to see, like, here we go, a 1.8 million short. That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking at. So that could be the beginning, 49,832. Here's another $1 million short. So these are here 1.6 at 49,833. So we've got some big money. Here we go. Big money shorting the 50K region. Again, don't try to be them, because you don't have that kind of, I mean, I don't know if you do, like, hit me up. Not really. But yeah, like we're not trying to be them. We're just trying to get a heads up on what they might be doing right now. You got to remember, these kind of whale orders can be in and out in 10 seconds. They're not like us. So they're not looking to hold trades for, a few hours or few days. Like a short in here could already be filled by a long. So we're wanting to see most recent orders. Those are prior shorts, and I don't currently see any whale orders coming in right now. So it did look like whales were trying to short 50K. We want to see if that continues and starts to create a bit of a rejection. And he can be savage. I love it. Too much noise on CT. Is there? No shorts now for sure. Exactly, John. We just want to be patient. And look, our main thing right now is if you are in a leverage position, here we go. See how that's now a $1.3 million long. See how I said 10 seconds. Look, a $1.9 million long. That's on OKX, that one. What was this one on? I don't know that symbol of that exchange. So yeah, this is really interesting to watch, because you'll see how fast it switches from long to short, and they're in and out. When you're trading that much money, it's big profit just in just a few seconds. So yeah, we definitely don't want to be jumping ahead, but it can give us a bit of a heads up as to what the big money is doing, and then we use price action to decide what to do. So when you see that, right, now you see those longs I just showed you, $2 million, and Bitcoin is just sitting here in a like, I don't know what kind of candle that is. It's not doing any, it's not moving from such a large order. So no need to panic, there's literally no need to panic. Did I finish my sentence? If you are in a leverage long position, surely this was a target at 50,256. Like, surely that was a target. You should definitely take some profit off the table. One thing I was saying to Discord today is, like, I did videos all last week about long positions and about staying in. This is our trade from last week that we would still be in, because I did a whole video on whether or not you should hold through the weekend, and explained how to just move your stop loss up under consolidation levels after it takes off. So the stop loss initially was up here. Right now, stop loss should be under the initial low of the day. And so right now there's like, that bag is secured, and should price swing around, like we're collecting profit anyway. But until this consolidates, you really can't move it too much higher, because all of this here is now vector candles all the way up, and there is a good chance that all of it gets taken back before potential continuation. So it's always good, if you're moving a stop loss in open trades, to give it some room, but just make sure that you are protecting. So, and also when you reach such high targets like this, if you don't want to close the trade, that's up to you. Like, if you don't want to collect your full profit and be out, that's up to you. But take something off the table. Like, it makes you feel good to know that you've actually banked something. So, yeah, definitely at this level, I would take something off the table. I don't think it's a point to open shorts, but it's definitely a point to pay yourself some money. Now, there's something else I wanted to look at here. Do you currently have any open positions? Yeah, I have 4 longs currently on 2 different exchanges. So I have a long on Bitcoin and ETH on OKX and a long on Bitcoin and ETH on BingX. So by the way, guys, if you're looking for an exchange to trade on, all of the exchange links are down below, and they do get you access to that free Discord. That is the free Discord here where I yell at you. So if you want to be yelled at, just use the exchange link below and you can get in there, and I promise to yell. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? What was I going to show you? I forgot now. Oh, here we go. I was going to show you this. So one thing about this, because someone said to me in Discord, and I'll answer the question now. Sorry to jump around. This is Annie Live is like unhinged. But this delta is at 30.9 billion, which is extremely high, right? So, and anything over 20 billion is what we consider high and where we usually start to look for reversals. The thing is, you have to understand the environment you're in, because 20 billion doesn't automatically mean a reversal. Once we start shooting into really high numbers like 30 billion and stuff, we're really trading sentiment. Like, if there's enough greed in the market maker can just allow it to keep going for a little bit longer and just collect as much as they can. At some point, they're going to come back for it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen now just because we're at 30 billion. To give you some context, when we're in a extremely emotional phase, I've seen that go up to 54 billion, right? So don't just make an assumption that, oh, it's at 30, we have to reverse. 54 billion, to give you the example, was lunar crash, right? So if you were around in crypto during that lunar crash, then you will know that there was extreme fear, like extreme. And so it just kept building up. And, you know, even myself, I made some mistakes during that, trying to long W formations, thinking the delta's so high, we have to reverse. I did that twice, and then I went, Annie, stop. That's a dumb idea. But that's where we are now. So we really shouldn't be trying to look for shorts to catch this all the way back down, because we're in a rational phase and this can go on for much longer than we anticipate. So we really just need to be patient and taking profits on leverage longs and looking really for the right time. And probably in times like this, you know how I always say to you guys that there is 2 ways to enter a trade. Let me draw it out. So you got an M formation, and then the here we go. The right side here of the M will break the 50 EMA with volume, and then it will retest, and then you get level 2 drop here, right? So the conservative entry is the break of the 50 EMA in the retest. The aggressive entry is the second peak M formation. In an environment like this, it's not going to be clever to try and get the second peak of the M formation, because a second peak could come back, it could hold the 50, and it could keep going to the upside, just simply because of the type of market we're in right now. So even if this pulls back, you know, and it starts to create an M, I would not be trying to take shorts in this occasion. Conservative. And believe me, I'm an aggressive trader. I'm always a second peak M, second peak W trader. Like, I am like balls to the wall. Like, you know, even though I trade Bitcoin, I'm the biggest degen day trader there probably is out there. And even with that, I don't think it's smart. I think in this case, we should only, when this is ready, we should only be taking conservative shorts on it. And you might even find that if you do hold out for that it won't even be worth shorting, because what could happen is, like, let me draw this out. What could happen is this could look like it's going to be an M, and then price just does this, just consolidates. And if price consolidates for a whole day like this, now boring for day traders, what's going to happen to the 50 EMA? The 50 EMA will just catch up to the price, and then it will flatten out sideways. And so then what that means is that eventually, if it does cross below, it's not going to be a big high volume move, because the 50 EMA is at price. So it might not even be worth trying to catch a short back down. And I always think of this one thing, and I don't know if this will help you, but it really helps me if I think I'm experiencing FOMO or I didn't get in on a big move or something like that. This is what really helps me. I try to forward think into what I think is the actual future of the thing that's happening, right? So even though I'm a day trader, I'm like, what is overall happening? And it's undeniable that we're overall in a bull market, okay? So when you look at the daily time frame, 12-hour, weekly, like we're bullish. So really what that tells me is if I can understand the macro environment is in a very clear trend one way, then I'm going to be better off instead of, let's just say I missed this long, instead of trying to catch a short back down because I missed it, I'm better off keeping my mind free of the distraction of the short. Let the price retrace because the macro trend is bullish. So let price retrace on a small time frame and have my mind clear, free, and ready to grab the next W formation, because it's more likely that I'm going to make more money in long positions now. Like I'm going to have a better risk to reward because the macro environment is bullish than what I would have with shorts. So why clutter my mind with trying to get M formations to short it back down just because I missed the long? It really does take disciplining yourself and practicing patience, because the short might take 5 days and then you're like, damn it, I could have shorted. But if you keep that in mind, that no, what I'm doing, it's like a meditation. I don't know. It's like, no, I'm just keeping my mind free of the clutter, because I know in the future, if I stay focused now, the next big thing is coming, and that's the one I want to catch. In Discord, we call them Linda trades, right? They're huge trades that just make you a massive risk to reward. I actually think this trade is a Linda trade. Now, let me have a look at it. Where it is currently up here. It is. It's a 23.5 to 1 risk to reward currently. This is a trade that we caught from last week. What that means, it's a 23% account growth on one trade. We call that a Linda. So it's a huge trade. Now, if I didn't catch this W and I was looking for shorts all this way up, my mind would have been cluttered. I'd have FOMO. I'd be like stopped out a million times. And at the end of the day, if I look at it for what it is, it's held the 50 EMA the entire time. So why the hell did I short? And this comes back to what I was saying before, that in an environment like this, because you could have believed this was the first peak of an M. You could have believed this. Look how many times, if you tried to short the first peak of an M, you would have actually got stopped out in loss. And so that's why when you're in an environment like this, we don't want to be trying to short first, certainly not first, but not even second peak M's. We want to wait, because look here, 50 EMA is acting as the dynamic support right now. So if we're going to short, we want to wait, be patient, and wait for that break. And once it does break and retest, you might find a shitty risk to reward, in which case you go, well, I might as well just sit out, stay fresh, wait for the price to bottom out wherever it's going to do that, and then catch that next long that's going to take us to who knows where next. Hope that makes sense. Abe Foreman says Linda trade ? Yeah, we call it the Linda trade because you have to be old to get it. But back in the day, there was a supermodel. Her name was Linda 𝗟𝗶𝗶, and she had a very, very famous saying that she copped a lot of slack for, because in an interview, someone asked her a question. She said, I don't get out of bed for less than $10,000 a day. And back in those days, to make $10,000 a day was like, whoa, like that's an insane amount of money, right? And so it just became this thing that the Linda trade is what you would perceive to be an insane amount of money, and a 23 to 1 risk to reward on one trade is an insane amount of money. So it's a, it's dedication to Linda 𝗟𝗶𝗃, that trade. We make up a lot of names in the Discord for a lot of things, but that's one of them. Anyway, I had this 50,500. Let's see if it's still there on the heat maps. currently? It's only at 3. It was a little bit higher before, so it's at 365 now. Would not really consider these to be too strong, but of course at this level we are, you know, we're going to run out of some steam. But you'll hopefully remember a while ago I told you guys that very rarely will price stop at a round number like 50,000. Even back when we broke and retested 20 grand, like it's usually the half mark. So 20,500, 30,500, 50,500, not 50,000 flat. So I'm interested to see what happens at 50,500. What else do you want to talk about? I don't get old, I just level up. I like that. Let's have a look at Ethereum whilst we're doing that. Ethereum was another one I was watching because our 50% daily vector, it was here. I was like, oh, we're about to break it. And then bang, it just broke right through it. So 25.89. So let's have a look at ETH on a daily time frame now that we've done that to see where we are. So I think during the week we talked about the W formation, 3 levels, and we needed to see if we were going to come back and create a second side M because of this vector right here. We've now broken through the halfway mark. So the next level is going to be the top of it, which is 27.20. And there's also this big liquidation, 3-month liquidation zone to 27.72. Let's have a look at what's building on ETH right now though. Whilst you got me live, if you guys have questions, feel free to post them in the chat because this is really kind of just a chill. I just wanted to jump on, be here live with you as we hit 50K. So I don't really have anything planned. I'm just checking out things I would normally check out by myself, but I'm just doing it with you. So this sells BTC still. So ETH. What's the Kate Moss trade? I don't know. We'll have to invent one. All right, let's look at the ETH levels. This is not actually, this is showing me Bitcoin prices, but it's ETH chart. Yeah, that's a good question in the chat. Hey chat, what would be your Linda figure? What would be your Linda figure? Good question. This is like, it's malfunctioning. Can you see how I've chosen ETH here? This says ETH. I'm not blind. This says ETH, this says Bitcoin, and it's showing me Bitcoin liquidations. It's not actually resetting to ETH. Again, what is going on? And I refreshed the page, I had the same. Okay. It's glitching out. All right, now let's try again. Recommended trading books. I don't read. I learn by visually watching things. So just a lot of stuff on YouTube. All right, here we go. ETH. This is better now. So 2682, where does that put us? Yeah, towards the top of that wick there. What else have we got? 2631. So yeah, there's not too much more to go. Maybe we'll settle, maybe we'll consolidate. I don't see us like on either of them. We haven't pushed in to create a strong vector candle that's like, you know, given us a big rejection like this. So maybe they want to keep going. Oh, that's what I was going to show you and I forgot to show you, was this here. So one thing we have to keep in mind about the potential that I was talking about for this to keep going, even though that delta is building, is the fact that if you look down at this bottom one here, this says it's the aggregated CVD spot. And if you can see that, look how that is rising exponentially. So people are buying spot Bitcoin right now, as much as they're also leverage trading, but that's a huge rise in spot Bitcoin. So spot Bitcoin is like, you know, it kind of takes precedence in this market over liquidation levels. So we may not see, until they're done with that spot buying, we may not see any too sharp reversals unless we can somehow identify some really decent orders coming. Let's have a look at other exchanges actually. Let's have a look at which one should I look at? I'll look at BitMEX. Sometimes there's some big whales on BitMEX. So we've got 7.4 million at 50,450. Look, that's essentially holding the candle. At the bottom of the candle, we've got buys at 49,450. Sorry, I just came too close to the mic. Buys at 49,450 and sells at 50,450. That's so typical of BitMEX. They play massive games over there. What else is there? Let's look at Bitunix. This is spot, I believe. Does the January close on the BLX chart add to the confluence of us going higher? Does the January close? Well, yeah, on any chart, if the close of a monthly candle is bullish, that's bullish overall. Someone please check on 𝗟𝗶𝗃𝗲𝗹. Coinbase, yeah, I'll check Coinbase in a second. But I'm more looking for where the whales are, not necessarily institutions. And so I don't have much here. All right, let's check Coinbase. Where's Coinbase? Because the institutions buy OTC most of the time. Anyway, I don't know what happened to my chat just then, but I lost all of you guys. Hang on a second, I just need to find it because there you go. Otherwise I can't see your questions. So on Coinbase 51,000. Yeah, that one's not the one that's really got my interest. Probably the BitMEX one has my interest the most. Anyone still have limit orders at 12K? I still have limit orders at 36K and 32K, but I'm probably going to cancel them. I was considering canceling them earlier today. I'm pretty sure that ship has sailed. Who officially represents the market makers? Is it exchanges? No, exchanges are the third party. They facilitate the transaction between the retail trader, which is us, and the market makers. So exchanges can't be market makers, but they can own separate companies that are market makers. For example, FTX was an exchange. Alameda Research was a market maker. Shouldn't do that, shouldn't be allowed to do that, but they do that. But market makers are large institutional traders with multiple offices around the world. So Jump Capital is one. Citadel are market makers. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. But yeah, stuff like that. Alameda was until they went bust. Jane Street is another one, yes. Will MMs have as much influence as now that the ETFs are now? Yeah, well, market makers exist across all markets. Like, it's not exclusive to crypto. The whole method that we trade over here on this channel comes from Forex. So, if it's lasted that long in Forex, because it's still relevant there, and nothing has changed there, then it's not going to change in crypto. So, yeah, there's been ETFs forever. So, 𝗟𝗵𝗃𝗵𝗃 your opinion on FTT. I would not look at that coin. I don't know. Which government market maker owns the Bitcoin confiscated? Confiscated from who? I'm pretty sure the largest holder of Bitcoin Isn't it the US government? And then after that, it's China. I'm pretty sure it is. And they own it from confiscated Bitcoin, like not from actually buying it. So, yeah, maybe that's why they keep printing money, because they don't care, because they own Bitcoin. Who knows? CIA, yeah. Maybe you should ask questions of who? Oh, Annie. I think Annie is ignoring me. What am I ignoring? When is the Iceland vlog going live, Annie? Wednesday. Providing there is an exciting price action to talk about instead. Why don't government destroy confiscated Bitcoin just like with drugs? Well, do they confiscate the drugs? Like, or do they put that back out on the street as well? Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Anyway, I'm being silly now. I don't really have too much else to cover. Nothing amazing is really happening. Let's take one more look at the smaller time frames to see what's going on. What's your favorite cake? I don't know. Not really a cake person. If it break down, where is support? The high of the week here. Let me expand this Bitcoin. This high of the week here that was created at 48,602. If price comes down and holds that level, that's usually what happens. If price breaks the high of the week, it'll come back to retest it. And if it holds it, the high of the week is the new support. So that's definitely the level to watch out for if we stuck. That's why I don't really think it's that good to short either. Because like if you shorted this, which you wouldn't because it's not even an M formation yet, but let's just pretend. And then your target was the high of the week. That's a 1.5 to 1 risk to reward. It's not worth it. You're better off just waiting, let price see if it comes down and settles on the high of the week. And then if it settles there, you can open a long position from the high of the week to whatever your next target is. Look, 8 to 1 risk to reward. See what I mean? Just makes much better sense. And then also, if that doesn't hold, then you know we're in for a deeper retracement, so then the short makes sense. But yeah, I wouldn't be doing, the only thing I'd be doing right now, guys, is taking some profit and paying yourself, because this is an amazing trade. Actually, I'm going to get off this stream and do that myself. And then move your stop loss up. If you want to keep your long position open because you believe it's going even further than this. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with that. If you enjoyed this live, be sure to smash that like button. I don't even know how many likes we got up to. I'm the biggest noob on YouTube. I don't know how to see this stuff when I'm live. So yeah, if you can, smash up that like button if you enjoyed this stream. Just be careful, make sure you protect your profits. Consider joining Discord, consider joining TTC if you want to learn the whole method in full. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Enjoy your evening wherever you are in the world.